We got something to watch here, Tom. The game is going live, and you can already see a little bit of a skirmish around middle of Scream. Takes Meadow out, and a quick play by Team Liquid to secure the B site. They're coming underneath the tube, rushing into the site where David P awaited them, but got shut down. The rotate of Ambi cut off, leaves Fatino as the only man who can really have impact here. The spike is now down. It's on the floor in front of him. A 1v3, but they have to come to him.
Yeah, a little bit risky, and now in a pistol round especially, there's much more of a chance for them to actually bring this back. He's already gonna find himself onto the 4K, and it had to be Scream to put him down out of those corners. But with already the slows being placed in to make things a little bit tougher for him, we are gonna see this push coming through, but the spike actually hit the deck.
That gives the info over as well, right? Vodafone Giants now know that this is definitely an A play with the spike being so close. The Blade Storm on Yampi dealt with. He was so low, just the one bullet needed. A shot from Fatino not landing. Hoodie, though, is going absolutely massive in this round, leaving rawkus all alone. And, well, he's got to ace this out. The Spectre in hand. Also, he looks like Scream right now, so there's a good possibility that the one-tap ability is going to be his. As a matter of fact, playing without his hand on his mouse. I like what he's done with his hair, though. Very disappointed.
This sounds like just you living out a fantasy, but luckily the round's going to get underway, so we can quickly move away from that one. Scream alongside Link have just double entried into the site, and now Fatino is in a lot of trouble, already being picked apart as they dominate the entries into this A site. Well, they will be able to force one back, but with the elevated angle of the operator, they might be able to pick this back, but they're actually not going to overface. Just looking to keep the man advantage they already have. And, well, that doesn't last too long. Link will at least fall for Fatino, but he's not quick enough to correct his aim. Yumpy floating in from above and leaving just two standing.
Quickly. And that operator is holding for Meadow coming out of the door. He steps to the right. He is most definitely dead. And he's now being spotted. But that gives the opportunity for David P to catch Yampi off guard. A second goes his way. Now all he has to do is deal with Scream. He's being revealed up on the ropes, but the headshot is delivered. And David P gets it done. The defuse coming in. And what a fantastic retake. Looks like they're not convinced that that timeout will have done a lot for Vodafone Giants in fixing it. That bait was huge. Going up the rope and then having a player behind to follow, that's absolutely insane. Yampi even takes down Fatino afterwards, and Tom, maybe Liquid were right. That pause hasn't done them any good, because Vodafone Giants lose both opening duels, they lose the A site, and now the plant is pretty much guaranteed to come in.
Yeah, well, I fully expect now we're just going to see an A site rinse for the majority of this half, because as of right now, there has been no response from the Giants out of this, because their economy is going to be looking very good at this stage.
Yeah, I think they're feeling pretty good when it comes to cash. Now, Ami's going to have trouble getting out of here, obviously, with a player towards the spawn. Dealt with Link, and that's a weapon safe.
More players here after however many rounds in a row going in the other direction.
Now, wise move as well, up against Pistols to move to B. Because long-range fights, you're not going to lose long-range fights to Pistols, are you, Tom? Well, they are. And they've already lost a few. Now things get a little bit scary because this weapon's retrieved. Meadow not able to do anything with it. Down goes Ambi, and Fatino's last alive. Dashing up behind them, but they're ready. And oh my god! Fatino's got both! The Blade Storm's online, and it's a 1v1.
Haven't even planted.
This is definitely winnable inside of that Viper's pit. Well, he can just right-click you up close anyways. In fact, Fatino's probably happy to have that, considering how low his HP was in the first place. rawkus moving around the back. Oh! The shots aren't gonna land, but somehow he's still alive. 6 HP. Phantom picked up, but it's not enough. rawkus saves the day.
Bring it up again.
I love that video so much. Oh, Scream with the opening. rawkus follows up, and oh no.
They're all dead already.
Not how you want your mid push to go. As well, they've lost Meadow like second around the corner. That's your res gone. Oh man. I can't blame Vodafone Giants because they try something different, right? The A site's been overrun. They cannot defend it. That's been proven. Oh, Ambi. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, well, Saving P's back on the ball once again. I'm giving you the strat. Just don't buy rifles, and at least then the rounds will be close.
Oh, Save It P's in trouble. They're hunting him down, and not this time.
I don't actually know what Liquid can do here, but it's the last round. They've got to try something.
10 seconds left.
Oh, that snake bite lands right on Hoodie's feet. Like a heat-seeking missile. Patino good for one. Now they've no idea about back yellow, but Meadow almost whiffs it, leaving Link alone. A 1 versus 4, a res online, but hey, he's not gonna have a chance to use that. What? He had no idea where Fatino was. That was an awkward duel, but in the end, it is gonna go to Vodafone Giants.
Still a dead win anyway.
Exactly. That's what I want to see from
alpha
him.
play.
David's got one. Okay, the push is shut down, but is he ready for a mid play? Yes, he is. The pistol out for another. Now they've got great control. Thinning out this B defense, they have the option to go back if they want to and make that rotate, but it looks like they're still going A. B's open
All right,
now. David's just solo killing everyone. My God, they're still running into the A site by the looks of things, but now they've spotted out one on the back. It looks like they're going to rotate. They're going to move towards B. It's completely open. David P's covering flank through spawn. This should be a round for Vodafone Giants. Look at where he is. Oh no! Wake up!
Around this a little bit. There is another ghost on the floor for him to maybe retrieve, but he needs to try and find a way back into this round. He's also out of abilities, so it's just going to have to come down to the headshots. First, we'll go his way. We've had some close pistols, but it is going to be Giants closing things out. And again, him sort of strapped with the wall. And they also have the shock darts to try and chip them down a little bit. And that seems to be the plan. Just basically sit back and just try and defuse it. They're sticking it all the way this time. And there is nothing that the Giants could do about it. The round already over. And Ambi, at least trying to hold on to a gun. I don't think the judge is what he meant to pick up.
Some shock darts. Gonna light these players up. Doesn't look like he's finding all too much. As they come through the choke point, it's being mowed down. Vodafone Giants 2v4. Meadow. Good kill on the backside. Okay, this opens up some opportunities. They have a wall at the moment, and they're about to have the res online. They go, oh, Meadow. Right through. That is huge because Ambi's back online now. They're able to get the plan safely, and even with Link's flank, he has to come through the Viper's pit if they're playing inside it, but one's up close. They're stepping around. It looks like they have absolutely no idea that Link can be on the flank already. The timing is huge for Link, who's catching the planter immediately. And falling right on back, the slow down on the floor just to make it that little bit more difficult for Vodafone Giants to get that spike retrieved. And oh, Solkus from the top rope drops down and takes a double. That's 11 rounds for Liquid.
To the previous already. You're gonna see the oh my God, he just got 2 at the this is done. Let's just
at 12-5. Yeah, at 12-5. This is not the start to the round that Vodafone Giants wanted.
Gets both kills.
Yeah, I think at this point they're definitely looking to map 2. This is not somewhere that Vodafone Giants are immensely comfortable. We knew that, and I think it's important for the people out there, for the chat, for y'all viewers to know, like, if you're not too in tune with Vodafone Giants, this is a map we expected them to lose. We know that Team Liquid are solid here. Indeed, yeah. They've lost one map, and it's been this.
I will say, I don't know. The thing I will say is that Liquid came into this as an unknown because they just don't really play Icebox at all. I think this is the first time they've actually played it in this stage of challenges. So you don't really know what you're coming up against. Also starting on the attacking side, like that's a rough one. It's not been a bad map other than that for Giants, but yeah, I think their defensive side definitely needs a little bit of work. Now, it's a 2-on-4. It's been a quiet game so far for Hoodie, but maybe a chance. Never mind. The Yumpy operator has been unbelievable throughout this map, and he will be there to close it as well. And try and come up behind the screen. A mid-round call that I have to say I like a lot.
Now, this is a very different strategy to what we see from pretty much any other teams. And it's working. They've already overrun the A site. Wine is not clear. Yampy hiding in the back lines, but it's being checked as we speak. And Meadow even wins that duel. A 2-man advantage for Vodafone Giants, and Team Liquid having a tough time getting back in here to retake. They have a paranoia still online for Link, who's just been spotted over on short, and so isn't able to help his teammates out in time. This is pretty tough, Tom. I think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised unless there's some slip-ups coming through. Nice shot from Link, though, but well, he takes a bullet back in return. Couple of low players, maybe a chance for him to edge towards the greatest ult, which is, of course, the From the Shadows. You can get their spawn for free. I think you're a nutcase.
Oh, there was some potential in that for Yampy. Scream's going out wide. Oh my God, he's got a kill as well. This is getting scary. It should be an eco for Liquid. It is, but they're still doing damage, taking heads. And they've got the advantage, Tom. A man advantage as they go in for What is not even a retake. The spike hasn't even been planted yet. Overheal anymore. It has decayed off. But he's going to be taking contact very early on and even winning that duel ambi with a huge whiff. It leaves Hoodie to 1v3 this. Giants should have had an easy conversion here, but now it's left into the clutch scenario. Hoodie holding for the walkout on short, and he won't get them all. Somehow Team Liquid have come back into this and tied it up 1-1 without even a full force buy. This is a devastating round for Vodafone Giants. Players who've had ideas like, I really want to try this. Yeah, try it now. This is the time to do it. If it works, great. You get to test it in an official. That dash into sight, giving a lot of space to Vodafone Giants. They have a player down below, 2 coming in, and Scream is catching the flank, but losing players as they go. Still the man advantage for Vodafone. Plant in and site secured.
This is still very much winnable. It's a round that I think Vodafone Giants are going to be desperate to take. They're actually going to lock themselves away underneath. Now, this is the Empress pot. That means that he can dismiss heal as many times as he likes. The heal automatic as well, and they line up for Cryptics. He tries to bait them in. It's into the 1v1 for Fatino. They've already got it to half, but he'll land the instant headshot. He still got this spot in mid. Now, this is something that we saw from him a lot. In fact, it's a spot that most teams have started to clear, but Yumpy definitely not prepared for that spot, and wow, that was a lot of damage coming off the back of the Sheriff, but it's not going to be a kill.
Losing Sulka so early was a shame as well, because he was one of the only 2 players that had a rifle to play with in this round. And now as we move deeper into it, you can see nobody on Vodafone Giants taken down. A lurk play from David P with his 4 HP in towards middle, which could actually get kind of scary. I mean, the final player has got a rifle, more so when Link was alive as well. Oh, Cryptics.
Oh, he's peeked into the whole team.
They know that Killjoy is here, and they're walking out onto the site. The alarm bot down inside of the alleyway as a nanoswarm right behind it, but Cryptics is going to need to use that now and block them from pushing him down. The ulti for the rotate to come in. Now he's at least got some help with Link on the backside with him, but Link falls quickly, as does Cryptics, and Vodafone Giants are just looking unstoppable on this push through. They don't seem to have a single problem, not breaking a sweat as they take these sites. And again, a 5v2 for Team Liquid, as they probably have to save these weapons once more, especially with an operator.
Not for them, and it just seems to have fallen off so far.
Fatino's really up in the pace on this. And the push into the B site. They've already got the opening kill, Tom. It feels like the round hasn't even started. Sulkas, luckily, able to spam one down through the smoke. The shock darts not quite finding their targets as Vodafone Giants breach the site. The plant will be found. Oh, but he goes down as well. He was kind of close to res. If he got the plant, then he's only 2 away. But with him down and out, this is going to be much more of a raw round for Vodafone Giants. Definitely the biggest challenge that they faced so far. They get the site, they lose players on the way. David P lurking in towards main is smoked off, and with an operator going through that isn't exactly an option. Oh, as he smokes off Market, Fatino catches one, and now the push out is going to be so difficult for Team Liquid. They need this flank to work out from Link, but he's already been spotted. Now he's being held down. The frenzy out for David P, not even using that operator on the behind peak, and Scream's got it all to do, and David will quickly take him down.
As with an operator, so I don't know how they come back from that and make it look so easy. And again, every single piece of aggression that Liquid is going for is being punished within seconds. In a round like this, it's not really the biggest of deals because of what's invested. Nice shot, at least from Link. No way he deserved to get 2 there. That's unreal. And Scream actually ducks back in and manages to dismiss out of there. Somehow, again, this is looking like one of the more viable rounds.
Fatino, interestingly, is backing off with that spike. And the swap over to a rifle for Hoodie. Looks like we'll see a bit of a heavier rotate out of them. If he can find just 1 kill now, the ulti will be online. He can res up and even the numbers. And again, there's only that 1 rifle for Team Liquid on Scream. Other than that, they're playing with pistols. So the advantage still sits relatively comfortably towards Vodafone Giants, and they're going to go for the plant to get Hoodie's res online. This should be easily obtained. And the question is, where does he res? Possibly the corner close to the door. Lockdown comes into effect. This is where the res is going to be popped up, but they're already swinging him wide, and the kill is found. Hoodie is down, leaving it all onto Fatino. He's got to make a move quickly, about to be locked out. As he moves to the back, this is where they start the defuse, forcing him forward. He's got to take the peek immediately. It's halfway already. Nice shot. And he's quickly out of there. The dash not online, but he doesn't need it. Fatino putting 9 on the board for Vodafone Giants. Oh, well, I can't make that point now because Link's about to take a fight. He's swinging aggressively, about to go into the Hunter's Fury and get tagged up. That's such an unfortunate shadow step. Putting it into a 4v4 and up above. David P's TP'd into their spawn and taken out Yampy. Good shot by Scream, but he won't survive much longer. Liquid with a huge disadvantage, and it is just crumbling. 1 versus 3 to finish it off. Cryptix has got a bunch to do, and this has been a chaotic round from Vodafone Giants, but you could see it was planned chaos. They wanted to really confuse Liquid and make it difficult for them to do anything. This is it. Yeah, you're done, Cryptix.
At least with these players, but they just seem to be so ready for anything their opponents are gonna do. David P. Oh, he went out for a cheeky peek. Actually still manages to get a decent trade-off there. And wow, okay, this pistol is looking very, very good for Liquid.
Yeah, fantastic start. Does almost feel like a consolation prize winning out this one. Now they're so far behind, it has to be an incredible half for them to really get back in here. And they have to also not lose this to a clutch from Ambi. He's already got 3, Tom. 47 HP, though. And the flank gets him in the end. Whew.
Definitely not the most comfortable of holds. The dash through, maybe a little bit wary of players still being in main, and the tag up, but it's going to be Ambi to connect the instant shot. This gives some time for the rotation to come in, and if you look at David, he's now coming in from behind, but it might not even matter. Ambi's just hitting every single head that's put into his path. He has support from his teammate, but both fall within a matter of seconds, leaving this in to a 2 versus 2.
Spike planted.
Not a bunch to play with for Team Liquid. The nano swarms activated immediately. Link inside of his own smoke. Oh, the shots at random through take him down. That is a big shame. I mean, who plays inside that kind of low smoke? You never really see it. The steps are heard. Cryptix knows they're coming from the alleyway, and he's even isolated the first duel. Hasn't got any nano swarms on the spike, though. And it's being diffused already halfway. It's time to move. Cryptix goes around wide, sees he's not on it. There's the turret giving the information, and he's going to just try and play ring-a-rosie. Run the clock down. His turret's giving him all the info he needs to evade him and eventually finish Meadow off. That is 5 for Team Liquid.
It's not going to last too long, but they're still just trying to make sure that they're not facing into that operator. David P, I was going to say, gets caught pushing up mid, but instead it's actually his teammate to save him. It's Ambi again.
But Tino's caught them, trying to move through into heaven. But the deep control lost. They can still get a plant. It won't be the end of the world. But for Team Liquid, you have to look at it, at what they're up against. A Hunter's Fury online for Ambi now. He still has his drone. So if they need that, I mean, the Hunter's Fury is probably not even needed here. It's just going to be the drone to go through and clear the angle. Surely no. In fact, they're going in dry, and Yampy's able to catch the first to dash away, and it doesn't save his life, but it does buy time. Team Liquid are running the clock down as best as they can. Hunter's Fury is going to be activated, and it finds very little to nothing. Solkus even goes through the smoke to take Hoodie down. This is starting to fall apart. Vodafone Giants had the advantage, but now the time is really running out, and so are their numbers. It's all on to Ambi in a 1v2. Oh, this has become a devastating round so quickly. It's gone, and it swings into favor for Team Liquid. The pistols yet again in a pretty tough situation. The Blade Storm tries to bridge the gap, but Link, of course, is behind them yet again. They're wondering just how. David P tucked in the corner, hasn't been spotted, but I think his barrel just stuck around so Scream could take him down. And this is, well, it's not looking that clean, is it? Nice shot by Meadow, but it'll only be the one. And so Hoodie has to clutch it, but hey, no better man on this roster. He's had a phenomenal first half. Managed to evade that blind as well. Oh no, they have no idea where he is, and Hoodie gets it. Both kills going his way. 11 on the board for Vodafone Giants, and it's completely unexpected. And as the wall goes up now, Vodafone Giants are trying to lock them out, but Yampy has other ideas, going right into the site, but he doesn't even get a kill. Only damage onto David P. Giants are rolling over them, even a Sheriff from Hoodie coming out, leaving Link alone in a 1v5. A near flawless round from Vodafone Giants. In fact, flawless so far. They're looking at potentially map point here. And there it is.
Yeah, header from Liquid, making sure that he's not going to get away with anything. Second time the wall's been in quite an irritating spot for at least one member, but they're putting everything into this. And they're actually going to get an opener off the back of the Hunter's Fury and leave Vitinho all on his own at the back of the site.
Oh, that's not great. He's even being caught up in the ulti. Night. Scream takes him down. Oh, headshot as well. Even headshots with knives, of course. This is the round, isn't it? Meadow left alone, 1v5. Gets a taste of what it's like to be David P. Only he won't be saving.
Yes.
It could actually be quite impactful.
He might be able to go on the flank. That's something that we see quite often. But I think he had his paranoia in play, so it gives them an opportunity to try and flash through. Luckily, though, Scream is on the other side. Trades back and forth as Vitinho manages just one kill, and Ambi's just going to go peeking in, but Link is just landing every shot handed to him. It's left all onto Vitinho, and this time there's nothing to be had.
On the B side. So going into A is kind of risky, but they're going to TP right to the back side, and Link gets taken down. Meadow's able to peek in for free. No one's watching it. That's a disaster. Liquid now losing another player, but they know there's one down below. They know that they can get Meadow, but they can't. They're running into him, and he's winning the duels. There's only 10 seconds left. The spike has to be retrieved and planted, and that means Meadow has to die, but he's still alive, and he single-handedly won the round for Vodafone Giants. That is 13-10. Once Breach back on Scream, I love those days. Those were fun days, but hey, on the Reyna, I can't really complain, can I? Nice shot by Hoodie. This retake from Vodafone Giants, well, actually doesn't start out that well as Hoodie goes down over on that left side peak, giving a heal up to Scream, who's now got that little bit of extra armor on the overheal. Blitzing in from mid, the wall goes up, and Scream takes another head, even catching David P in the corner, who's going to be taken down. A phenomenal round, straight through the choke point. The flash comes in, another Leer up high, and no angle's really safe to peek until a little bit later, and that's when Vitinho and David P strike on that backside. A kill or two each, leaving Link all by himself. That lurk through tube not going to be working out this time around, unless he knows to retake the site essentially with a Spectre.
30 seconds left.
Good duel on the first, but now they just hold range. And with the spike down, he has no choice but to go forward. And there he goes. The rotate from the B side so they can catch a player off. This is why they're delaying like this. Constantly opening the door, trying to cause a distraction. And the B players are eventually on their way. This is where Yampi gets the opportunity to strike and take a free kill. And it's Ambi that falls. They've now cut the side in two, the map in two essentially, and I thought they would go back to B, but instead they keep running at the A site. David P is still in position though, and he's causing a lot of time to run off that clock, but Solkas takes him down. Okay, that was what we were waiting for. With that kill, I think he can see him. Meadow, if Meadow had a wide swing there, he might have been able to stop that plant, but instead he drops into an operator, loses his life. More than ready for this push to come through. His teammates are hearing the steps. A couple of these guys are tagged up. Link manages to take down Ambi though. They're all caught behind this wall. Hoodie is playing a very aggressive game. He could have been spammed down instantly. In fact, Meadow is the one to receive a couple of bullets. As Hoodie falls, Meadow on 20 HP backside is now under threat. Manages the first, but he's gone. There can be a plant now secured. Oh my god, Cryptix has got another. It's Vitinho having to clutch this out. How has it spiraled out of control like this? A Viper's Pit almost completely counters that operator from getting back into the site, and Link is going on an incredibly long flank, making his way through the spawn. Oh, Tom, this is really devastating for Vodafone Giants, and they might even lose that operator in the end.
Like risky rotation that would be attempted by Liquid, and they've got this spot on. It would take some incredible shots to try and hit that, even on like a layered approach as well, slightly higher than the other. Like if Soulcast had hit that shot, it would have been utterly ridiculous. Now they have been spotted out, and they are going to get themselves a plant. There's not really much that the remaining players are going to be able to do about that, but with David P coming in from behind, the rest of the players looking to surround them, this is going to be a really hard hold.
Yeah, it's a tough one for sure. Cryptic's falling. It's looking done. Scream's got to ace clutch this. The first one's there, but that is it. Team Liquid perfectly plays into this. If Yampi dashes out, he is dead 100% of the time. And there it is. He's tagged up, and he doesn't get killed initially, but Vitinho is there to take him down. The problem is that grants the trade, and now Meadow needs a huge play lurking inside the cage, but they've even detected him, taking him down. and putting Team Liquid into the advantageous spot with the spike planted. And the worst part is rawkus is only now starting to come out. The flash was perfect for Screen to take down Ambi, and then they just closed the door behind them. This is gorgeous play by Team Liquid to leave David P all by himself.
Look where he currently is. Like, come on, man. If they, I wonder if maybe they've spotted the rotation and because of this, they're actually going to check. If Meadow clears this, I was going to say he's a genius, but, oh, no.
Yeah, it's not pretty, is it? Ambi trying to hunt him down, but he gets shot in the back by the players coming through. And David P, he's like, guys, I'm on A. I'm on A for once. Where are they? Let me at him. Let me at him. Oh, it's planted B. It would be a ridiculous half if they managed that. And 3 players are now spotted inside of halls. David P in with another from the operator. He's getting involved in the action at last, Tom, finding those opportunities, but rawkus is about to make that sky play. The aggressive flash, and oh no, so much damage done, but he doesn't manage to get the third. This round stays close, and in fact, a Viper's Pit on the other side is going to be pushed through. Meadow, the last remaining player, gets dropped on by Yampy with a shorty. What? You can sit there and tell me that you've got a better attack or they've got a better defense, whatever it is, but pistols are often random. They're often coin flips. You don't want to be relying on the entire map being a coin flip and having to make a reverse sweep in the series. Team Liquid, man disadvantage though. Things are starting out well for Vodafone Giants, and that's even better with Scream shut down and a little flank play by David P. But numbers are equalized yet again. rawkus still online with a flash to play with. It definitely helped them in pushing into the site. Team Liquid have plenty of time on the clock. I mean, they can run this one down. They just got to play it together. But they're actually going to split up a little bit, and rawkus is having a tough time. The right click finishes him off, and an attempted sneaky play by Cryptic's detected, but now he's close. One headshot would finish this one off and put Liquid in an nigh-on impossible to lose situation, and he gets it across the line. The defuse? No, there's no time. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, Yumpy. Oh, he's pushing into the whole team. He needs to at least get one here, otherwise it's not worth it. And well, even still, that's going to be an upgrade potentially for Vitinho, but he's actually got to get out of there because he's somewhat stuck. Never mind. Hoodie's just going to come through and hit 2 insta headshots, making this A site pretty damn vulnerable, especially with Link still on the other side of the map.
To do an OT, the drone, does it check the right side as it comes on through? It does, and it's seen Yampy. Now he's in trouble. He dashes up behind, but it's not enough. The classic out. Ambi shuts him. But he... Oh! That was such good, like a little bait and switch. You've got one spamming through the door, then Scream swings wide. The plant coming in over on the B site, and it will be secured. They're going to look to try and knock Link out of position, but he's already on him. Just evading detection, jumping up on the site. I guess they thought he would try and deny the plant in the first place, and the patience pays off with another kill for Link. It's all on to Ambi. He's coming into the window now. He spots him and gets the kill. Okay, it's a 1v1, and Scream is spotted coming up through elbow. He's actually bunny hopping on the site and seen the whole way. Ambi with 3 to get a clutch. And another round for Vodafone Giants. They desperately needed this one, and now they're just 3 away from equalizing. And oh, that timing is going to be terrible.
Spike down A.
Well, that's all the information they needed. 45 seconds left. Spike going to be dropped, and well, Yumpy in with an opportunity here. He's going to get spotted out by the cam, but I don't think he minds too much. He's going to try and get that little bit more aggressive. The problem now, though, is that they've got to be careful of that flank. Link, he might be about to fall victim to his own trap, as what they did was basically re-aggress through, and now looking to try and face this one together. David P might be in the prime spot. They're actually watching the elevated angle, but here comes the perfect flank from both players, peeking at the same time. And, well, Link's just been beaten at his own game. That was wonderful from Giants. A fantastic round.
And I can't help but feel like we're about to have a Viper's Pit on that site to secure the round. Although it hasn't come through just yet. And Vodafone Giants buying their time, and actually they're going to play more of a dedicated post plant on this one, obviously avoiding giving the pistols the chance to fight inside of Viper's Pit. A wise choice, and one that might pay off if they stop losing players. As those seekers go out, they start to reveal people, and shots are landing left, right, and center. David P is the last man alive. He's blinded up, and he can't even get out. The defuse coming in puts Liquid on 11. Ready to catch them as they walk on through. That angle is so perfect for the judge. We rarely see it, and David P will fall as well as Hoodie. A beautiful double opening to put the advantage into Team Liquid's favor. Now, although they lose rawkus in the end, and therefore a little bit of the control, and that's a shame. Scream can't really afford to play through that cage after being spotted like that. Oh, Yampy. He saw Fatino. I don't know if the feeling was mutual, and indeed it wasn't. Fatino's down. Out with a wide swing. Yampy's still going, and the dash is online. That means an aggressive play is surely about to follow. Ambi is falling back, though.
Of the direction he's going, and Cryptics, it's going to come down to a 1v1. A chance for him to take a kill. That's something at least. Now, he's got his ultimate for an afterplant, but realistically, is this the spot he wants to be using it? Cam down, but even still, the hesitation has meant that the rotation is thick on his heels. They're in fact just going in with the pistols, knowing how low he is. Yumpy will close the round, tempting these retakes rather than fighting for a lot of initial control. An early trade, and actually it's a Hunter's Fury pop, but this could be trouble for Ambi. He is dead here. Scream just wraps around the corner, even waiting just in case he wants to dismiss. Instead will take the heal. Yumpy has found another one, looking to try and close this, and he has. It's a decent retake. The time ticking fairly far gone, but they will have this one comfortably in the end, as it will be a 13-10 victory. A very well fought comeback. His Sage has always been very aggressive.
It definitely has. Speaking of aggression, we've got the man himself, Hoodie, on the screen. Ambi supporting him and ready to take some fights. In fact, 3 of them inside. It's going to be an even duel, but one that goes Liquid's way. rawkus is dominating with the frenzy in hand, but he's got a player behind him. And Lee does not know. David P swapping out the weapon, but not able to get it done. The 1v1 Scream. Oh, he's on 12 HP. He's so low. It's time to get out of there and pop that heal. In fact, all the way into the teleporter. I thought he's sticking around. He's actually going to go for this plan, fully committing to it, getting it all the way, and knowing this player has to come from lamps. The steps are, the shot's not landing. Meadow clutches it out on 5 HP. That means they have to take a lot of ranged duels, but they're holding close on long, having pushed all the way down. rawkus probably won't expect this, and indeed he gets caught off guard. 2 kills quickly spin things in a Vodafone Giants' favor, although they can't hold on to it for very long. Getting out here, Scream needs to be careful. There's another player coming in through the spawn. He's got him through the wall. He's on 1 HP, but still manages to get 3. Now, Orbital Strike online for David P, and it looks like he's going to activate it. Going to expend it right now, stopping the plant, but the time was too...
Is, again, also curious, because chances are that's going to be one of the spots that's missed. But, oh well. It's gone now, and definitely, as said at the beginning of the map, it's one of the most impactful ones, and Link is not far away from it. We've also got the res and the showstopper.
You will not kill
Well, showstopper's having a bit of trouble finding a target. Everyone's dead as they rush into the side, and oh, David P. That was not the cleanest of fights, and after a decent bonus round in the previous, the buy round certainly isn't going well. I mean, I would like to find the person who's surprised.
Blinded.
Well,
they
3 to
used
2.
the showstopper to almost slow them down, but the fact is there was enough time on the clock that Liquid have just waited. It has, however, pulled in the rotation, but then, the Molotov in combination with it, but somehow he manages to get out of there. It's decent trades, but ultimately it still comes up well for the Giants.
You're kicking yourself when that happens, going up on the wall and it gets broken. A pixel being the biggest enemy, and now you don't have the Orbital Strike to deal with this, so someone's got to push it. There's 10 seconds left. It's time to plant. They've got to commit to it, and it looks like Yampy's going to get detained for this. He hasn't got the dash to get out of there, and yeah, he is in trouble. He is stuck. Don't know what that double up drop was about. Yampy, you blocked him. He just stood right in front of Scream. Oh no.
Made by the Molotovs and the counter smoke as well. So all of that utility might just go to waste.
Oh,
that's a nice
3
setup.
HP. 3 HP as he gets out of there. Meadow pretty much on equal territory, but the nade finishes rawkus off. Fatino boosted up and ready to go. Trying to deal the damage up close. Yampy's holding for him, though. Ready for this walkout. As they get the plant, he's going to start to back off, clear their back, make sure there's no flanking maneuvers coming in, but it's the blast pack from Fatino as he swings wide to catch the angle onto Scream that doesn't quite pan out the way that he hoped. Scream with a quick shot, and he's not going to finish it off. It's Yampy to come in and put 5 on the board. Liquid, careful here. Showstopper not finding anything on paper, but it does open up a lot of space for them to push on site. Meadow, good shot that started. As Yampy goes down, the trade is quick, but Vodafone Giants, they're still in it. The Seekers are going to reveal these positions. 3 towards Lamps. That's a whole lot of info as they start to close in the distance. That Molly not quite landing. They might now think that's a fake. They have no idea. They think the spike is Molly. That's a big mistake, but it only gets halfway. Rawkus keeping them alive. The nade goes in, and it lands back on Rawkus, but it's just enough to push Hoodie back. Still, the time is enough. And the turret secondary watching for middle. This is such a good setup from Vodafone Giants. They are going to get so much value out of this. Ambi gets the first. He'll probably die to this, but now there's no way they expect Fatino to be here, so it's an easy trade out, and now they jump out of hookah to try and deal with the judge, but they run into Hoodie. Rawkus, though, seems to be saving the day. There's 10 seconds left. He needs to go now and get on the side. He's not picked up the spike. Oh, he's lost it. He's lost it off that alone. That's a shame. Oh.
It might be a blessing in disguise as they did have him somewhat surrounded.
The round could spiral into their favor so quickly, and Dave's going to be pushed out of position straight away. Now they can get out easily.
Yeah, they're going to try and clear a lot of these angles by sectioning off a position with the wall. Oh, this could be perfect. There's not a lot of time left for them to actually do anything about this. We're also seeing the Hunter's Fury sent through to try and deny the plant, but they are going to switch up their positions. Clearing Meadow there was so integral for having a chance to win this round, but they do it well, and Yumpy's there to close the half out. They're going to section off the orb and get themselves a kill for it. David P trying to be a bit sneaky. He's going to get caught as well. Now, this has stopped being a pincer as they've walled it off, so they're going to have to wait for the wall to break and then try and help out Yumpy a little bit. This might just be handing the round away, though. Scream will at least come back in with one. It's an awkward fight. Oh, Scream even tweeting about how his pistol rounds have been slight whiffs. He's now trapped as well. It is just Liquid players getting caught in awkward positions again and again, and well, he's got to try and find a fight out of this.
Yeah, there is no way. In the nick of time, he's going to come around this corner and take Sova down. All they have to do is deal with Meadow. The timing's actually not that great, so they're ready to take the duel. The bait's in, but again, they have literally no idea where Link is. This is the freest round of his life. How does this guy always end up behind the opponents? It's unbelievable.
Velbo making this retake ever more difficult. Now, they haven't cleared out Lamps because, of course, there's always one man there, and 2 kills in quickly for Solkaz. I'm not even sure how. Now Link comes in with a flank as well. This turns down to just 2 players remaining. Ooh.
And Hoodie almost manages to get one as he pushes out to the side. Both players have their back turned, but Solkaz spins on a dime, man. He got the kill on long and then turned.
At least.
Yampy, running about with his knife out, has not had a good time on that one. The Hunter's Fury eliminating Cryptics in the trade puts Vodafone Giants with a good chance of getting this plant down. The problem is Scream. He's coming up through the bathroom, and they have no idea. Oh, that's so sneaky. He even connected a shot on the Meadow there. The spray not good, though. Showstopper. Maybe now's the time to use it, and yes, it is. Up and over, but it's a trade. A quick... Ambi is so fast on these headshots. 13 seconds. Meadow can't rotate. He has to go for the plant here. And Link was gambling on a rotation. He's playing with a judge in hand as he rotates over. Meadow has to stick this. No time to get off of it. And I don't know. Where's the closest weapon? I think, depending where Meadow goes, there's one a little bit close to the spawn. So just above the A on the map. But if Link gets out there and picks that up, he'll be hurt immediately. And that gives huge information to Meadow. I don't know how Link needs to play this. Do you just pull the pistol out and try to sneak in through Lamps? But the turret will spot him, then he hears it. I don't think he's got this. This is going to be really tough. Meadow just needs to run the clock down. He knows the player's on it. There's the judge spotted. Easy kill. Well done by Meadow. Oh, that orbital strike doesn't quite get the value that you would hope. Yampy, nice connection and more possibly with Ambi down to 14 HP. Scream wants to swing wide and take the fights, and that he does, winning them as he goes. 2 players remaining on the other side make that one. Meadow has to clutch it out yet again. A 1v4 and the first goes his way. No heals possible for him. Spike way back in the spawn. He needs to take these duels, and that's a good double swing.
King.
This would be great if they can, though, because they have lockdown. As soon as they get control... Oh, my God, he's in the smoke! Link taking the fight to them. Now, Cryptic's down below could be in trouble. This is where the lockdown will probably come into play, but these guys are being lit up, and through the wall, Meadow goes down. Another spray as Scream takes Hoodie, and Ambi is left alone. A 1v4 to win out with a Sheriff in hand, and that's one way to start it. The Odin push from Yampy. Yeah, you can't help but feel like it was a little bit of disrespect, but in the end, it works out anyways. 13-6. Team Liquid have won on Bind, and in this BO5, the grand final of Champions 2 goes to Team Liquid. They will take top seed and top dollar coming into the EMEA playoffs.